Hello and welcome everyone. Today's video features a preview of the work in progress Royal Navy Tier 8 Premium Heavy Cruiser HMS Hampshire, which represents a further development of the Surrey-class of ships with an increased number of main battery guns, but only equipped with armor-piercing shells with enhanced ricochet angles. Now Hampshire is also armed with 2 quadruple torpedo launchers with the ability to single launch, but having weak armor but special engine settings similar to that of cruiser Minotaur, meaning that it can quickly accelerate. Hampshire is equipped with the hydroacoustic search and defensive fire in different slots. So let's start by looking quickly at the build, and then we'll go through the complete ship stats. HMS Hampshire is a premium ship, so it comes fully upgraded. So moving directly to the upgrades, what I'm using in this build: main armaments, I'm using the Hydroacoustic search mod, aiming systems, steering gears and concealment. You get depth charges, torpedoes and armor piercing. Consumables: damage control party, hydroacoustic search, defensive fire, and a choice between fighter and spotting aircraft. I'm currently using the spotter. Moving quickly to the build, what I'm using: grease the gears, swift fish, priority target, heavy AP shells, adrenaline rush, top grade gunner, survivability expert, and concealment expert. And all the stats now we'll look at in this video are based on this exact combination of upgrades and captain skills. So moving directly to the armor layout, we can see Hampshire gets upper and lower plating of 25mm, casemate armor of 27, citadel armor belt of 152, main deck is 30mm, superstructure is 16, and here at the stern 25mm. There is a strip of additional protection here for the rudder of 38mm. We look at the internal armor, we can see the citadel is quite small and for the most part is underwater, although a small section is above the waterline. But very small citadel, extending from just behind this turret to just under the beginning of this high part of superstructure. Moving to the survivability, 41,200 hit points and a torpedo protection damage reduction of 7%. Moving to the main artillery, Hampshire gets 10 203mm guns in 5 twin-mounted turrets. Now these have a 10-second reload. They can rotate 180 degrees in 19.6 seconds, and they have a max dispersion of 131 meters with a max firing range of 15.7 kilometers. Now with this build, they can inflict a max damage of 4,725 with a shell speed of 884 meters per second. Now these armor piercing shells do have increased ricochet angles for added penetration. When it comes to secondaries, the Hampshire gets 6 twin mounted 102mm guns. These have a 2.7 second reload with a max firing range of 6.9 kilometers. They can inflict a max damage of 1500, 6.5% fire chance, They can pen 17 millimeters of armor with a shell speed of 811 meters per second. Moving to the torpedoes, Hampshire gets 2 X4 launchers, one on each side. These have a 96-second reload speed, 10 kilometers in range, with a max damage of 15,500, a torpedo speed with this build of 65 knots, and they can be detected at 1.3 kilometers. Hampshire also gets access to the depth charge airstrike, 2 available flights, 7 kilometer firing range, 3 bombs per payload with a max damage of 1600. Moving to the AA defense, quite a large number of AA guns, 4 single mounted 20mm, 18 twin mounted 20mm, 4 quad mounted 40mm guns, 4 octuple 40mm guns, and then finally the 6 twin mounted secondary battery also double up as AA mounts. This results in a continuous average damage of 255, the vast majority of which is short and medium range. Hampshire can fire 4 shell explosions per flak salvo with a max damage of 1323, and the max firing range is 5.8 kilometers. Now this is boosted by having access to the defensive fire and should you choose a fighter consumable. When it comes to maneuverability, Hampshire has a base speed of 30 knots. Now this can be slightly increased to 31.5 with the Sierra Mike signal flag, turning circle radius of 710 meters, and a rudder shift time of 7.8 seconds. And finally, stats wise, Hampshire quite stealthy, concealment rating of 9.7. You'll be detected by submarines at 6.1 and by enemy aircraft at the same distance, 6.1. Now this ties into torpedoes, so you can actually stealth torp in this Hampshire. So I hope you enjoyed this little preview of the HMS Hampshire. This is a work in progress, so it can be and will be subject to balancing changes throughout the testing process. If you'd like to see some live gameplay, feel free to come over and visit me on Twitch. You can see the link here on screen. I look forward to seeing you all. I'd like to thank you once again all for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more. Take a moment to check out some of my most recent videos and leave a comment below. And until the next time, keep sailing it like you stole it.